downtown LA. We're live from beautiful Dodger Stadium. It's the one-game National League Wild Card playoff between the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa. And Danny, as we take in the historical comparison there, these are two franchises that have to feel good about earning their way here into the postseason.
Well, I really love these one-game wildcard matchups to kick off the postseason. Kind of tough that your season comes down to one game after such a grinding season, but what's better than a winner-go-home game, especially when that's the case for both teams. Should be a lot of fun to watch.
The old holdout purists may scoff, but I gotta tell you, this is as exciting as it gets, folks. One game to decide who moves on. It's the wild card playoff on the show, and it comes your way next.
Well, here we go. Trevor Bauer takes the mound for the Dodgers. Reportedly, it was Tony Gonsolin, but the decision was made late that Bauer gets the start. You see 14-9 with his ERA just over 3 in 200 innings. And if you're Dave Roberts, I think this is a guy that you want on the mound in this situation. Jonathan Villar steps up at a 2-48 in the regular season. 12 teams, one road. The playoffs are underway as a ball is taken by Villar.
He looks at a ball to start the inning 1-0.
This is a magical journey we are all blessed to be on once again. And this year, no neutral site, all on home fields here in these playoffs. It's great to have playoff baseball back on home stadiums.
For strike one.
Big cut and a miss by Villar. The count is even 1-1. And that's a pitch Bauer likes to throw, that high cut in the zone. And if you're the Mets, you're going to have to be patient with that pitch. Bauer likes to throw it.
The 1-1 home.
It is already rocking here in Chavez Ravine as that one is fouled off. Count 1-2.
Tonight, a comfortable 66 degrees at first pitch.
It is a crisp night here in Los Angeles.
The 1-2.
As we get going, the National League wild card. Villar fouls that away. And what's so interesting about this game, Brian, is what do you do with your bullpens? How do you manage your staff in a game like this? It is one game. It is winner take all as Villar fouls another one off. But at the same time, if you win this game, you go to the Division Series to take on the Padres. It's going to be very interesting to see how these two managers manage these staffs tonight. Strike three, and Villar down on strikes. A fastball low in the zone.
Pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get
and Villar goes down.
You can see
low
that
fastball right in the zone. A late swing by Villar. That's a good way to start this game for Bauer. Really get the confidence going.
So here's Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo will step up for the Mets.
This is skied into the
and he puts that one into the air on the first pitch. Bellinger there, and he makes the catch. And quickly 2 away here in the top of the first. Take a look at the Mets lineup. We've seen Villar and Nimmo. Dominic Smith will be next. Alfonso and Conforto man the middle. Lindor, Davis McCann, and then DeGrom will be in the pitcher spot in the 9-hole.
Into the box now, Dominic Smith. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball
high
one.
Cutter taken
First
for
chance
ball
him
one.
Here in the top of the first with nobody on.
Smith batting .290, 37 home runs, a career high for Smith in the regular season. And this is where the Mets are going to win this game. The 3 through 6 with Smith, Alfonso, Conforto, and Lindor.
And
if the Mets are going to win this game, those are the 4 guys that have got to get going offensively. This is the Mets' 4th tiebreaker / winner-take-all game this week.
Right center field.
Smith pulls that to right. Bellinger easily under it. And a 1-2-3 first inning completed for Trevor Bauer.
Mets go down 1-2-3.
Bauer gets through it clean. Dodgers will be up. No score. Bottom of the first coming up. National League wildcard game here on Twitch.
Jacob deGrom is on the mound.
And here is Jacob deGrom, the Cy Young candidate, 16-6, 2.38 ERA.
How about a 5-pitch
This is one of the best pitchers
that gives him a lot of
in the
options
game
for
today,
both
going to be
righties
the
and
best
lefties.
pitcher in the
When
game
he's
today.
on, he could be really tough to hit.
This is
So
going to be
that'll bring in
very
Mookie
fascinating
Betts.
to see
And
how he
lead things
attacks
off
this
here in the
Dodger
bottom
lineup.
half of the first.
Going to be a real chess match here in this game. Mookie Betts steps up, 290 in the regular season, 37 home runs, 91 RBI. As he will lead it off for the reigning champs against deGrom. And a check swing did not go on the 100-mile-an-hour heat to start the game for deGrom. That is some serious heat to start the game, letting Betts know early. Betts pulls that one, but it's foul.
It's well wide of first.
The thing you got to worry about with deGrom, he is a lot of high heat. If you're the Dodgers offense, you cannot go chasing that heat. Got to stay disciplined at that plate because deGrom is a great strikeout pitcher.
And now a curveball is
Just inside to get Betts to back off at the curveball, and the count's 2-1.
He was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
On a pitch to get Betts to back off, but Betts isn't going to back off. He is a very, very confident hitter. A lot of power. The 2-1.
Here's a big swing
Big swing and a miss on a fastball that reaches triple digits again, and the count is even.
I know he's got power.
That was a bad chase there by Betts. Just talked about how disciplined he can be at the plate, but gotta be honest with you, Brian, that was a bad chase by Betts. Count even.
And this misses, so that'll
Low
fill the count at
fastball
3-2.
just missed.
Well,
Full
you don't
count
see it
to
all that
Betts.
often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Ready to
Towels
deliver the full
waving,
count
crowd
pitch.
already on its feet as this full count
And he
comes.
takes ball four.
And he
So the
misses it, and a
leadoff man is on
leadoff
here in the
walk
home
for
half of
Mookie
the first
Betts.
in a scoreless ball game.
Well, the reason power
Great
hitters
discipline
generally
at the
draw
plate
more
by
runs than
Betts
other
not to
guys is
chase those
exactly
last
what
two
we saw right
fastballs.
there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't
And
get
now you
burned.
got
He
Justin
made some
Turner
good
stepping
pitches,
up.
but he just couldn't get him to chase enough.
Turner, who batted .274, 17 home runs in the regular
So
season.
the next to bat will be Justin Turner. In previous duels
Went
with
0 for
deGrom,
4
he's
in
got
game
2
163
hits
on Monday
in
night.
25 tries. He also has 1 home run.
Just shook off the
He's
first
set, here it
pitch.
comes.
Gotta be wary of the steal
And they start
threat
him out away
as
with
Turner
a cold
takes a look at
strike.
strike one.
That was a pretty good fastball after
See
he walked
Turner in
the
his
hitter
career
previous.
against
He was a
deGrom,
little
just 2
angry
for
on that hitter.
25 with 6 strikeouts. And as I started to say, you gotta be wary of Betts' ability to steal coming off of
He's
first
ready. Here's
base.
the 0-1. A swinging
Turner
strike,
chases
and now
one
it's
high
0-2.
in the zone at
Time to check our
101, and the
umpires in
count
this one.
quickly
Behind the
0-2.
plate is Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish,
Got
Freddie
him to
Ferguson,
chase that
Dan,
high
the rookies
heat.
are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
Towels waving on
touched on it,
0-2.
Hero. I think
Got him
he
in
rewards
3
the veteran
pitches.
players, not only
Turner
pitchers,
down
but
on
position
strikes with a
players.
slider.
He makes the younger players, he makes them earn
And
their
that's
keep.
1 away.
The breaking ball locked him up there. Justin Turner.
Fooled him with the
retired for
slider
first
here.
down
You see
here in
Turner
the bottom
thinks
half
about it
of
with the
first.
kick. It's low in the zone. That's a great strikeout pitch by deGrom, and you see Turner react to it. Fooled him with that breaking ball.
First pitch, a check at first.
Look back over to
Runner back
first, and
safely.
Betts slides in safely. Corey Seager steps up to the plate, the reigning World Series MVP.
Here's Corey Seager.
1 out, bottom
And
first.
there's a
NL
swing and a
wild
miss
card
and an
game.
off-speed
Swing and a
pitch to
miss by
start him out.
Seager.
Nothing in 1.
First pitch, you
chance
see
for him
Seager
here
stats of the
with a
regular
runner at
season.
First and 1 gone.
Batting .273, 26 home runs, 95 RBI.
0-1
Big
count
early spot
and the
here.
pitch. Got him out on his
Bad
front-footed.
swing and a miss
0-2.
there by Seager.
Hey, that was a
And
nasty
quickly
pitch
again,
right
deGrom's
there.
got an
Ton
0-2
of
count.
rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from
Another
up
breaking
here.
ball just
Nasty
got
depth.
Seager to chase it, and right now deGrom, other than that walk to Betts, I think deGrom is already in a
comes
rhythm
the
here
0-2
throwing
pitch.
off the hill.
He takes
Strike 3,
called on
looking
the
again, and
fastball.
Seager
Pulled the
goes down
trigger,
on
and there
3
are 2
pitches.
away.
So the leadoff walk to Betts, and then back-to-back three-pitch punch-out to Turner and Seager. Again, it's a low fastball, had him fooled. I think Seager thought that was going to be out of the zone, but it stayed in at the knees. And he's going to the bench, down looking. First pitch taken by Bellinger, triple digits.
In this one with a man at first and 2 away.
Bellinger, 41 home runs in the regular season. Looking to put one on the board.
0-1, here it comes.
Nope, ball one.
That's a great
That
ball
one
right there.
just
Fastball away with a guy
missed.
who's got some jets on first base, almost like a hybrid
Count
pitch
even
out.
1-1.
Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Here's the 1-1.
1-1.
Hanging curveball.
Got him with the
Taken, though, for the
curveball. That
second
thing
strike.
hung.
I know it's the
Bellinger
first inning,
just
but he
looked
better
at it,
find
it's
his
1-2.
release point on that breaking stuff, or he's in for a long day.
The 1-2 offering.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes
High
now.
fastball. Bellinger doesn't
Hey, if you're gonna
chase.
throw a
Count
pitch
is
like
even.
that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Betts is on the move.
Betts is
Fouled
going
away.
on the pitch, but a foul ball, and Bellinger keeps the up out alive. Yeah, I think now Bellinger is
Another
going on
try
the
at
pitch, or
2-2.
Betts is rather.
In
That
the
ball's
dirt
low,
here,
but Betts will
but
stay.
he'll skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Betts leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a fastball as he
Got him!
reared up and let that one
Bellinger
fly,
down
and the
on
inning is
strikes.
over.
So a leadoff walk, and then
Dodgers lead
DeGrom
one.
strikes out
Still
Turner,
no score.
Seager, and Bellinger. One complete in the wild card game. No score. Alfonso Conforto in the door. Up for the Mets. No score after 1.
Second inning set to go, and up steps the power
Here
bat
is
of
Pete Alonso.
Here's the first pitch.
This is where the
Yes, he'll
Mets
take
are
a
going
look
to win
at
this
ball
game. We
one.
talked about it. And you see the shift now here by the Dodgers. If they're going to get to Bauer, this is where it's going to happen.
Breaking ball that time. but
High
misses out of
slider
the
that
zone.
just never came back into the zone, and quickly it's 2-0.
Popped him up.
Lonzo
Muncy over
pops
to
it
his
up.
left.
Muncy, there, easy play. And 1 away here in the second inning.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's
The
focus
alignment,
on
Turner,
Corey
Seager,
Seager.
Lutz, and Muncy
Now,
the infield,
Jr.
Betts, Bellinger,
anyone?
Pollock
This guy
in the
looks
outfield,
like the
Smith behind the
spitting
plate.
image of Iron Man. I think he's just scratching the surface of a Hall of Fame career. Multiple MVPs, Gold Gloves, you name it. Corey Seager is on fire.
Michael Conforto. is at the
Conforto
plate here.
takes
He
a look
quickly
at a
finds
knuckle
himself
curve.
Down a strike. It's 0-1.
You see what Conforto did in the regular season. 49 home runs. That 49th was in the second tiebreaker game against Atlanta, which does count as a regular season game. He takes this pitch against the shift. Grounder to second. Play in time, and quickly 2 away. Bauer right now just feels like he's in a rhythm. He just feels like he's in a zone. 2 big outs to get on Alonso and
Bases are empty here
Conforto,
with
and
2
now
away.
he
And
faces
with it
Lindor.
comes Francisco Lindor to the plate.
I mean, 281 in the regular season, but
Here's
his
the
first
pitch to
licks
him.
in the National League postseason as a member of the Mets. And he takes strike 1, a fastball right in the zone. And Lindor does have the postseason experience. Not many players in this Mets team do, but Lindor has been in the biggest stages, and he's delivered under the brightest lights. And quickly 0-2. Bauer looking for another 1-2-3
Looking to
inning
put him
here
away. Here's the 0-2.
in this NL wild card game. Doesn't get Lindor to chase that
Still
knuckle
looking
curve
for
under
our
the
first
zone, and it's
hit in the
1-2.
ballgame.
Still ahead in the count.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to
Again,
Francisco Lindor.
missed the fastball. Count is
We
even.
just saw a fastball
It was the
right
same
there. I would
spot.
not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right
It's
here
got
and
him in the
drops
same
a little
spot.
off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Lindor
2-2
hits
pitch
that
is
one to
fouled away.
right, but it will be foul. And Lindor keeps the at-bat alive. What an atmosphere here in Los Angeles, huh? Yeah, the towels are waving, the fans are back. Baseball in the playoffs, beautiful to see. Oh, what a raging play! And the throw of Muncy is in time. How about that? By Gavin Lux, ranging to his left, makes the play. Our first OMG moment of the playoffs. No score after 1.5.
Here now is Will Smith. He'll look to get
Will
something
Smith
going
steps
here in
up.
this scoreless ball
At
game.
259 in the regular season, 23 home runs.
First pitch on its way. And he misses inside. with
First
that one.
pitch
Ball
taken
1.
inside for a ball, 1-0. Another triple-digit offering from DeGrom there. Smith did a good job to take
Lifted
it.
in the air
Smith
toward the
pulls
line
that one to right against the
that'll
shift,
cut
and that
down
one
for
is
what should
down
be the extra
all the way to
bases.
the wall. Conforto there.
And he's
That's
gonna
going to
get
be
the
a
second
leadoff
with nobody
double.
out.
As we take a
For
look at
Will
the replay
Smith here in
you
the
can see that
second.
it
That's
was
the
an
first hit of the game for either team.
Staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo.
That's
it
my
right.
shift. You had
That pitch
Conforto
would've
almost
supplied
playing
more
right
velocity.
center. Big time lead hit for the Dodgers. And now here's Max Muncy stepping up with a man in scoring position. Takes curveball for strike one. And he took a look at the umpire. I don't think he liked it. 35 home runs in the regular season. This is just another great power bat that the Dodgers have. And now you've got him in a very key spot here early in this game.
Dodgers first baseman.
Couldn't get Muncy to
Clearly
chase that.
staying
Count
away
is
from
even
him in this
1-1.
at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
A runner at second, nobody out.
Grom takes a look back at Smith. Now offers.
Line drive to center
That one
field.
is pulled to center
And
field
it's in there.
and down. Smith is going to come to the plate. There will be no play, and the Dodgers get the first run of the game.
Boy, that has to feel good as
RBI single for Max Muncy, and the Dodgers get to DeGrom here in the bottom of the second.
It's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his
Low
boys right there
fastball
and get
again, but this time Muncy was ready for it.
Not trying to
Chased
do too
it,
much, able to
delivers
quiet the
in a
moment,
big moment,
center himself and come through
and
in
the
big spot.
Dodgers have the early lead.
At the plate now.
AJ Pollock steps up, a low fastball at the knees, but taken for a ball. Pollock batting .251, 29 home runs in the regular season. Dodgers with back-to-back hits to start the inning, and they lead 1-0. Big by Pollock, and the count is even at 1-1.
Pitch, but that's not the location.
They
he
got
wants
him to
live
chase
in
that one
against a
early.
hitter of this quality.
1-1.
Got him reaching
Big
there.
swing and a
Strike
miss
two.
again on a slide. It's a back slide. Might find a nice slide. It's even 2-2. Restricts to DeGrom. Go low fastball here at the knees,
Hoping to
trying to
send
keep
him
him off
packing.
guard.
Pitch on its way.
Outside slider again. Full count.
Now to 3-2.
That's 4 straight
Gavin
sliders
Lux, the number
by
8
Jacob
hitter here,
DeGrom.
waits
This is
on
a
deck.
big pitch in this inning. DeGrom's got to get him out here.
Now the 3-2 pitch.
Full count.
And he misses here.
And it's a
for ball
walk.
4.
He lost Pollock,
Already 2 walks
a
surrendered
walk.
in his first couple of innings of work.
And the
Well, this guy's
Dodgers
been
now
prone
with
to
2
giving up walks
on,
in bunches, and
nobody
that's
out
already
here in
2
the bottom of the
walks here in the
second.
early going.
And that's
We'll
going
see
to
if
bring
this
Lux to the
continues be an
plate.
issue for him as this start continues.
Gavin Lux steps up at 248 in the regular season.
Previous duels with DeGrom, he's 0 for 5. First offering.
First pitch. Fouled off. Lux 0 for 5 in his career against DeGrom.
A 1 pitch on its way. And that's inside.
That
off the
pitch
plate
missed.
with the fastball.
1-1.
It's 1-1. Muncy over at second. Pollock at first with no outs.
A 1-1.
Run this one in on.
Big
Can't
swing and a
connect, so he
miss on a
finds himself
slider.
Down 1-2 now.
Count 1-2.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Swing and a miss on a high fastball, locks us down, and a huge punch out for DeGrom. His fourth already in 2 innings. High heat fastball, big swing and a miss there by Lux.
You're changing eye levels. That fastball.
There's not much he could have done there. Trevor Bauer steps up now with 2 on, 1 out here in the second. He will bunt, lays it down to third. This could be 2. Throw to first for 1, to second for 2, and it's a double play. Out of the inning is DeGrom. But the Dodgers get 2 hits. They play 1. The Dodgers have the lead after 2. 1-0 here in LA.
J.D. Davis, the next to bat. He's the number 7 hitter, but
J.D.
he's
Davis
leading off
steps
the third
up.
after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground.
Big hit. Range to third. Got him. 1 pitch ground out for Davis. Very easy play there made by Turner.
Next up is
quick
James
1
McCann.
pitch out.
Numbers against Trevor Bauer. He's got 3 base hits in 18 at-bats. He's taken him deep.
And will step up.
Now a slider
High
well off the
fastball
plate,
slider
an easy
missed.
take there.
I'm sorry, high slider
I
missed.
love
Excuse
everything
me.
this pitcher's got working right
2
now.
pitches in 1.
He's got
Yeah,
presence,
exactly.
He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a
Count
nice
him.
early feel
Count
for his
1-0.
off-speed stuff.
Top of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Dodgers.
Fouled off.
McCann fouls that one back. Count even.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, looked like he was
Swing and a miss
anchored
on a
at
slider,
1-2.
and it's 1-2, and McCann not happy with himself. Yeah, he knows he missed that one, and a huge chance to make some contact, just missed.
Now a swing and a miss
Strike
here.
3,
He's
McCann down on
strikes.
strikes.
So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the
And
third.
Bauer
This
sits
is
him
why it's so
down for
hard
the
to be
second strikeout of
successful
his
as a hitter.
night.
When you fall behind in the count 1 and 2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed
A
pitches.
big
but
swing and a
when the
miss
pitcher
there in
offers
the-
up
in
a
the
good,
zone
hard fastball,
by
it's
McCann.
pretty hard to adjust and catch up to
He
it.
knows he let a at-bat get away, and in a game like this, you
So
can't
now
let
to the
at-bats
plate,
get away
Jacob
from you
DeGrom.
when you're already down
As he
1-0.
would look at a first pitch fastball for
DeGrom
ball 1.
takes ball 1.
This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
DeGrom batting .299. As a pitcher, he did have a home run, which was a grand slam in the regular season. That's incredible. And this guy can really do it all.
Here comes the
He
1-0.
really can. Takes
And this
that
guy
one
can
for
hit
a
little
ball,
bit too,
count
so
2-0.
You just can't lay one in there 2-0.
The pitch.
The 2-0.
Behind on the
Big
that
swing
time.
and a
It's
miss on a
2-1.
cut fastball by DeGrom. It's 2-1.
Into the windup and the pitch.
The
Now a
2-1.
swinging bunt.
Swinging bunt. And fouled back, count even. Bowers
2-2.
worked his way to get this count even. Whoa! Almost hits DeGrom.
Jonathan Villar would be next.
Back him off. Count is full.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch.
Full count.
A bouncer
Ground
up the
ball
middle.
by DeGrom to second.
Throw in the
Lux
dirt,
is
but a
there
good
to make the
scoop at
play,
first
and the
saves an
inning is
error as
over.
the side is retired.
So another 1-2-3 inning for Bauer.
1-0.
Bottom of the third coming. Dodgers still lead 1-0.
Ready
Here's
to go
Mookie
for the
Betts.
last half of the inning. And
Led off
standing
the
in
night
is
for the
veteran
Dodgers with a
outfielder
walk.
Mookie Betts. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
First pitch to Betts is a slider low for ball 1.
The 1-0 home.
The 1-0. That one, a high slider just in the zone. Count is even. That's giving umpire a look. I don't know if he liked that call. Well, again, 2 balls, 1 strike. And a changeup just below the knees, but missed the spot. The 2-1. Missed again.
Justin Turner
Out to
waits on
3-1. Turner up next.
The 3-1 is swung on and missed.
Big swing and a miss by Betts right at the knees. And the count is full.
Smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And good patience.
Whoa,
exercise
Betts thought
as
about
he
it,
works
doesn't
out the
go,
walk
and it's
to
his
lead off the
second
home
walk
half
of the
third.
night.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking
see
to pad the
DeGrom
lead. Could be the beginning
telling
of
McCann
good
that's
things
on
here in this
him.
half inning.
Just missed the pitch, and Betts did a great job of not pulling that trigger and draws his second walk of the night.
Yeah, he failed to pull the bat off his
Turner,
shoulder
who
in that
struck
one,
out
Matt. He down on
after the
3
leadoff walk to
pitches,
Betts
pretty
back
much
in the
a
first.
wasted
What can he
AB.
do
This
here in the
has to be
third?
a
He
better
takes
effort.
strike
No
1.
balls and 1 strike. Betts on at first, nobody out.
Then first, DeGrom shakes off the sign. Here's the 0-1 to Turner. Betts is going on the pitch, and the ball is dropped by McCann, and Betts steals second.
He loses the handle there on the transfer.
Well, Betts now steals second. Now Turner with the 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, and Turner down on strikes. It's a slider.
This is the kind of
5
at-bat where your hitting
strikeouts for
coach grabs you on
DeGrom.
the way back to the
2
dugout.
against
Have a
Turner.
little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives. to
Turner
draw from
just
that
chased
at-bat.
it.
You take 2 strikes and then
It's
you
a slider,
chase one out of the zone to
low
go down
outside
on
zone,
only
91
3
mile an
pitches.
hour. And the aggressiveness of Turner just let him down right there.
Next at the plate will be Corey Seager. As the first
The
pitch
0-2.
misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
First pitch is a ball taken by Seager. 1-0. Jerome takes the sign.
Here's the 1-0.
On the 1-0 to Seager.
Lays off again.
And it
it's
misses
2-0.
for a ball. 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Fastball just missed outside again.
Outside, 3.
Oh, fastball again. 3-0. And if you're DeGrom, you cannot lose Seager here. Especially with Bellinger coming to the plate.
And that misses ball
4-pitch
One
walk
out.
to
That'll at least
Seager.
set up the double play possibility here that could
Oh, it's
get
the
them out of
second
the
walk
inning.
of the inning
And
for
that's
DeGrom.
2 free passes in the third inning.
2
alone.
on,
So
1
you
out
have to
here in the
wonder if
third, and
maybe
that'll
it's
bring up
something
Bellinger.
mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Just a bad miss
Next
by
to stand
DeGrom,
in
and
is
again
Cody
another walk.
Bellinger.
Now Bellinger here in a big moment. 2
First
on,
pitch on
1
its way.
out.
Look
Strike
at the
1
radar gun on
taken.
that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91
By
miles an hour.
Bellinger.
That's just pure filth.
Just fooled him.
First and second now, 1 man out.
The 0-1.
Hangs on him a bit that
Bellinger
time as
hits
it's
that
belted out
one
toward
deep to center field. That is back at the track, and it's caught at the wall.
In the deepest confine of the ballpark. And
All
he'll
the
take
way
those
back
extra
to the
90
track,
feet.
and it is caught. Betts will move to third, but what a play to potentially save a 3-run home run. What a great play here by Nimmo. Look at this. He touches the wall. He can't go back any further. And if he doesn't leap up, this ball is gone. And what a spectacular catch by Brandon Nimmo at the wall to save a run. He might have saved multiple runs there. Betts does move to third on the sacrifice.
Looking to wiggle out of
2
this.
away
Here
now
it
for
is.
Smith.
Will Smith is in with 2
Slider
away as he takes
misses.
a ball
1-0.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already.
They are
This
at
guy
the
just can't seem
corners.
to find the strike zone.
Here in the third inning of this NL wildcard game. Winner goes on to face San Diego.
Corner and slicing foul.
Smith fouls that away. Count is even 1-1.
1-1. Here it is.
The 1-1. Did he go? No, he did not.
Some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The 2-1.
2-1.
Could have been
Big
3-1.
swing and a
Instead,
miss.
It's 2-2.
Count is even
Get
2
it
and
ready,
2.
big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you.
The 2-2.
Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Full count.
3-2 now.
Muncy on deck.
Here's the payoff
Big
pitch.
spot, big
And
pitch.
misses
Missed
with
him
it
for a
ball
walk.
4, so the bases
It's
will
the
be loaded
third
now with
walk
2
of the
away.
inning for DeGrom, and the bases are loaded here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
Not want to walk him to load the bases.
And
Now
here
he's
comes
really gotta
Muncy,
do
who
a job
already
here.
has an
We'll see
RBI
how he fares
single.
here.
Next
Can't
up is
put any
Max
more
Muncy.
on. And look at that pitch count already. 56 pitches in just 3 innings.
Ready with the
The
first
Dodgers
pitch.
have
Here
gone
it
into
comes.
DeGrom here in this wild
In
card
there,
game.
the knees,
Low
strike one.
curveball taken for a
After the
strike.
walk
It's
and
strike
with
1.
runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping
Almost
ahead.
got to get
with
out of
strike
this
1.
inning. You cannot allow the Dodgers to get any more, especially with the way Bauer has been dealing on the mound.
And he fouls
That
this
one
off.
fouled away, and quickly DeGrom has Muncy 0-2. This will be the 24th
Bases are loaded
pitch
here, 2 down.
of this 3rd inning for DeGrom. Already near 60.
That's inside.
Oh,
low.
try to get him to
It's a ball
chase with
and
the
2
low
strikes.
curveball. Muncy
He
holds
didn't look
up, and it's
overly fooled right
1
there
and
because
2.
A lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready
Towels
for a breaker
waving
on that
here
pitch.
in LA as we get the 1-2 to
1-2
Muncy.
pitch. And he comes
Got him!
back to get
Big
So
punch
great
out to
job
end the
pitching
inning
out
for
of it with the
DeGrom.
bases loaded.
It's his 6th
Dodgers
strikeout.
leave 'em loaded.
Dodgers
They're
leave
on
him
top
loaded.
1-0.
3 completing the wild card game. Dodgers still lead it 1-0.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Donovan Villar will lead off. The top half of the 4th for the Mets. Struck out back in the 1st. Bauer went through the first turn of the lineup. 1 through 9.
Pitch on the way.
No hits allowed. Villar fouls that one back.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches.
The
later in
0-1.
game.
And it's
Fouled back
away.
again. Count
I think a
0-2
big
quickly
reason
to
why
Villar.
He's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1 and
The
2.
0-2.
It's just about every at bat.
Villar
And when that's
thought
the
about it,
case,
held
your
up.
chances of getting a good
Count
pitch
1
to
and
hit
2.
are way worse.
The 1-2 from
Fastball
Bauer.
swung
Got
on and
him!
missed for the first out.
Villar down on strikes, so that's 10 straight retired by Bauer to
So
start the
after
game.
getting
It's his
the
3rd
on the
strikeout.
Fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch
See the pitch speed comparison.
for our two
DeGrom's gotten as high as
starters. And folks,
101
that is
here
not a
tonight.
misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles
Bauer,
an hour so far. My
Highest
goodness.
he's got is 95, but he has been dominant.
So bases are
the
empty
first
with 1
10
out
batters
now.
in this game.
And ready to bat next, the
And
Wyoming
Nimmo will
native
step
Brandon
up with an
Nimmo.
opportunity to
First
maybe
pitch of the AB now.
get a Met base runner here in the 4th.
Hit hard down the line.
And he does! Down the
And
line
this
at
gets
3rd. That
past
ball
him
is
at
a
third
fair
as it
ball.
hugs the line.
And that
A
is the
fair
first
ball.
hit of the game. Nimmo going to try
Not
for
in time.
second.
He
He
got
is
ahead
in there
of the ball.
safe.
As we
So
look
the
again at
first
that
net
double,
hit of the
you can see
night
that he was
is
next
a
to
double
right out of the
sliding in
box.
head first
Smashed it
for
down the line,
Brandon
and
Nimmo. He had
was some
that big
great
catch
hustle
at the
to beat the
wall
throw to second to
in the
earn himself
bottom of
a
the
double.
3rd, and now a double here in the top of the 4th. Well, he's been the Mets' best player here tonight. Just a tremendous piece of hitting
now,
by
Dominic
Nimmo.
Smith.
And that brings
As the
up
first
Dominic
pitch to him
Smith.
runs a bit inside for ball 1.
1-0.
Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-0 misses above the zone.
Just
for the ball.
missed high. Count
Yeah, I think it's
2-0.
pretty clear they don't want to challenge this guy right here, but working around a guy can come back to bite you at times.
2-0 pitch on the
The
way.
2-0. Fouled away by Smith. 2-1. One solid hit here could tie this game, and Smith has to be aware of that.
Well, it's a pretty
3-1,
well-known fact
one
that your
out.
batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And a
And
walk.
that misses ball 4, so it's
Smith
first and second
walked.
now with only one away.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have
And now
anyone on
Alonso
base, so
steps
we'll
up
see
in
if
a
they
big
can get
spot.
something going here.
And now in the box, Pete Alonso. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. First offering on its way, as he will take
Strike one,
on the
taken
fastball
by
here. No
Alonso.
balls and a strike.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
That's in there.
Right,
And he's
two,
deep in the
knuckle
hole, now,
curve. Fooled him with the fooled him with that pitch.
1-2. Right through
Got him
the
in
ball,
3
and now he's
pitches.
1
Alonso
out
just
away
looked
from
at the
getting out of this.
fastball, and he is
First
mad at
in a
himself,
double
and he
play
should be.
situation,
That's the
so you
4th
expect to see a
strikeout for
lot of
Bauer.
pitches down in the zone, so I think that pitch
Man,
up was a
Alonso
good
there,
one.
I don't know what
Obviously,
he's
the double
thinking. It's an
play is
0-2
more
pitch.
efficient, but
You
you're
got a
always
chance to
gonna
put
take
some
the
runs
K
on the
when you're
board
over.
here against the pitcher who's been dominating, and you just look at an 0-2 strikeout in
At
the
the
zone.
plate, Michael
Not sure what he
Conforto
was thinking there.
fouled away.
Conforto
He's
steps
0 for
up,
1
and he
thus far.
fouls off the cutter 0-1.
And this one's
Whoa.
downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
Out even 1-1.
Ready with the 1-1.
Missed it.
Lots
2-1.
of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
The set and the 2-1.
Missed it.
And he
3-1.
can't
It's
catch
the
the corner
same
here,
pitch
so
in the
he's
same
behind
spot. And
3-1.
you see
3-1
Smith doing
here.
a
You
great
have to
job
make
over
a good
trying to
pitch
calm
on the mound.
Bauer down.
Moving one here rarely
With
works in
Lindor
your
on
favor
deck, this
unless
is
the
one
hitter
you
tries
can't
to do
miss.
too
If
much
Bauer
with
can
it.
get out of this still with the lead, it'll be a huge win for him.
3-1.
3-1.
And the cutter
It's a
can't find
walk.
the zone as he surrenders the base.
Bauer
balls
missed
here.
it. Conforto with great
Well, he
discipline.
walked him on 5
And now the
pitches, but
Mets
that
have the
last pitch
bases loaded
was
here in the
really
top of the
good.
4th.
He missed
After
down,
the
but
Dodgers had
only by a
bases
hair.
loaded in the bottom
When
of
a
the
hitter has
3rd.
a 3-1 count, he can wait
Lindor
until he gets a
steps
pitch
up.
he loves.
Striding in is Francisco Lindor, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. First pitch on its way.
First pitch missed for a ball. 1-0.
Hey, I
Count
don't
even
mind that
1-1.
batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The set and the
1-1. Lindor swings, but a foul ball. And now you've got a payoff pitch here for Bauer. Yes, you do.
2 out, bases loaded.
This is the biggest moment of the game up to this point right here and now.
And he strikes
Got
out,
him
so
looking!
missed opportunity
Lindor
to
down
play
on
as he
strikes with the
strands 3
bases
runners
loaded.
to decide
And
his
Bauer,
retirement.
just like
Mets
DeGrom
leave
in the
him
inning
loaded.
before,
They're down
gets
1-0.
out of the jam. Mets leave him loaded. 3.5 gone in LA. 1-0 Dodgers.
Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send it down to the field and Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've earned 5 walks in the game, and he said that's not only leading to a lot of run-scoring opportunities, but it's also forcing the pitching on the other side to work a lot harder and throw more pitches than they want to.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Stepping
steps
up
Pollock.
is A.J. Pollock. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance.
The left fielder, A.J.
And the pitch.
Pollock.
First pitch for DeGrom. This is for a ball high. One and oh.
The 1-0.
62nd pitch of the game for DeGrom in just 4 innings. That one is called for a strike at the knees, and the count is even.
Anytime he wants for a strike.
And oh man, I don't think Pollock liked that too much, but
Now a curveball's in there.
looks at the
1-2 now.
pitch in the same spot.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't
I
mind
think it was that
take
last
right there.
pitch.
That
I
was a
think that had
nasty breaking
Pollock
ball.
reeling. He
Started
didn't know
outside the
what it
zone,
was going to
popped back
be.
inside the zone.
Right about in
Good
the same
sting rate
spot
on
and
it.
again
Move
called
on to
for
the
a
next
strike.
pitch.
A swing and
Got
a miss on
him!
the ball way
Pollock
out of
down
the
on
zone, and
strikes.
there's one away.
I think he
And
had his
Pollock
mind
with a
made up.
look
He was
back at
swinging
Freddie
the bat and
Ferguson.
trying to protect
7
before the ball
strikeouts for
even
DeGrom.
left the pitcher's hand. That
Yeah,
pitch
that
wasn't
1-0
even
pitch at the
close.
knees that was
He would've
called
needed
for
a
a strike really
flagpole
threw
to
out
get that
Pollock's
one.
rhythm on that at bat. Big punch out for DeGrom. 7
To
strikeouts,
the plate now.
but
Gavin
still
Lux.
trailing 1-0.
As he'll look at a fastball too high
High
for ball
fastball
one.
looks at it. Count 1-0. Looks 0
1
for
run,
1.
2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far.
The 1-0.
Downstairs.
Oh,
2
ball
balls and no
change
strikes.
up below the knees. 2-0. They're trying to get him to chase. Lux did the right thing there in holding up.
And he'll lay the
That one, he
fastball in here
looks
to get
at
the count back
100
to
miles an
2-1.
hour in the zone.
Ooh, that was some
And it's
gas.
2-1.
Triple digits on the radar gun.
Called strike
Got him
2.
in the same spot. Count is even.
And he struck
Strike
him out.
3.
Strikeout number 8
So the
now in
count
ball game
started
form.
2-0 and
Two
then
up,
3
two down on
straight
strikes in this
strikes.
inning. He looked
Lux
really
is down.
sharp out there,
8
guys.
Ks for DeGrom.
Trevor.
And he's really in command right now. This is the Jacob DeGrom that led the Mets into this spot.
Into
If the
box,
Mets are going to
Trevor
win this
Bauer.
game, this is the Jacob DeGrom that he needs to
As the
continue to
changeup
be.
him drops in there
First
for the
pitch
first
change up to
strike.
Bauer is
Trying to
taken
avoid
for
becoming
strike
the third
1.
strikeout victim of the inning here.
Now we're grounded out back in the second.
The
On a
windup
double
and the
play and a
0-1.
sacrifice bunt attempt.
Well above the
That
letters
one
with the
missed for a
fastball
ball.
that time.
Count even.
2 out, nobody on.
2 out here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0
Ball 2 as the breaking
Dodgers
ball misses
in
inside.
the Center wild card game.
Certainly know he's not trying to
After
work
it's
around
missed
the
for a
pitcher.
slider, you see the
Sometimes
frustration
the
there from
hardest thing to
DeGrom.
do
He
is to
knows
throw
he
a
missed
strike
that
to a guy
pitch.
that you know won't swing the bat.
They're trying to get him on this next one.
And a swing and a miss.
Bauer
As that looked like
chases one
self-defense there. It's 2-2.
inside. Count is even.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
Trying
Count
to strike
even.
out the side.
Bottom
Here
4,
it is.
2 out. Just
Really needs to
missed.
make this guy swing the bat
Out
right
is
here.
full.
He's not the type of hitter you
And
want to
DeGrom
dance
with some
around with.
words to the whole plate umpire. Look at that a little bit. It's like, okay. All right, that's a ball. All right.
Bases are empty here with 2 men
Both
out.
teams showing frustrations with Freddie Ferguson here in this 4th inning. Yeah, I mean, it's contentious.
Neither
Howard
guy
fouls that
willing
one off to
give
keep the
in,
at-bat
and
going.
at-bat will
Yeah,
continue.
this is very contentious. I mean, it's one game. It's win or go home. Nerves are ramped up. This wild card game.
And he popped him
Bauer
up.
fouls that
Alonso
one
has
off
room in
and
foul
keeps the at-bat
territory,
alive.
But this will land untouched.
Good job by Bauer to keep this going and run up that pitch count. DeGrom nearing the 80 pitch mark here in just the 4th inning.
Another
Bauer
one sent
again
foul.
fouls that one off. The count even 3-2.
Pulls this one in the
Bauer
air out to
pulls
left.
this one to left.
And no
Smith
trouble
is
for him
there.
as he makes the catch
Inning
to
over.
end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers.
4
They lead
complete.
1-0.
1, 2, 3 inning for DeGrom. 1-0 Dodgers. After 4 in the NL wild card game.
Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. Too much of the time, they're finding themselves in disadvantage counts like 0-2 and 1-2. And that's basically never a formula for success. He said they're getting a lot of strikes to swing at, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early in the at-bat.
Thank you, Heidi.
So J.D. Davis
Now
comes
at the
up
plate
to
here
lead
is
off the
J.D.
seventh.
Davis. He's 0
Just
for
one
after
hit
grounding
allowed
out
for
in his only
Bauer.
trip to the plate so far.
Through 4 innings. Mets have just not been able to get to him.
First
Look at that
of the
pitch
AB
count.
on
It's been
its
kept
way.
very low. A couple of 1, 2, 3 innings as Davis takes that first pitch for a strike. Couple of big 1, 2, 3 innings for Bauer. Get that pitch count low. That's 55 pitches as we kick off the 5th. Davis fouls that one back and quickly an 0-2 count. That's what, again, this is why Bauer's been in such control in this game. He's gotten ahead in a lot of counts
0-2
here.
count. Here's the
Another
pitch.
0-2 to Davis.
And he'll try and tempt him
Low,
with one in
just
dirt,
below
but
the
he'll hold
knees.
back
Couldn't
here.
get him to
It's 1 and
chase.
2.
Count
It's a
1 and
great
2.
job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater.
A
for
1-2
long
from
time.
Bauer.
And he lays
Davis
off the
holds
pitch
up.
outside.
Count is
They
even.
ball even at 2 and 2.
Good discipline there by Davis to hold on. Now you got an even count. Ground ball up the middle and through for a leadoff hit by J.D. Davis. Terrific work there. He started out 0-2, worked it back to even, and leads off the 5th with a hit. Just the second one of the night off of Bauer.
Back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too
And
much
it's a
about it.
leadoff one at that. And in steps McCann. And I almost wonder here if I'm the Mets, Luis Rojas,
Swing and lift a ball fouled off
if
to
you
the
don't
left and
pull
out of play.
DeGrom here for a
Struck
pinch
out in his
hitter,
first at-bat.
especially if McCann can get on base. Top of the 5th inning. Davis with a leadoff hit. Bauer facing McCann. On their
0-1
feet
pitch.
they are here in Chavez Ravine as that slider misses for a ball count, even 1-1.
Especially if it would have made the
Almost
count.
missed that
0-2.
try to get him to
Didn't get it,
chase.
though, so now you have
And
to
again,
make
good
another
discipline
quality
here at the
pitch
dish by
on
McCann.
1-1.
The 1-1.
There's a breaking
Low
ball, but
slider
it's laid
again,
off
couldn't
and
get him to
doesn't find the
chase.
zone.
2-1. And then decides to Davis on first. I don't think he's going to be a steal threat here, though. Got to avoid the double play ball.
2-1.
Slider again, take it at the
Straight sliders
knees.
in a
Count
row.
is
I'd be
even.
shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that.
3 straight
I'd be
sliders for
looking
Bauer.
And he
Strike
struck
3
him out
on a
second
knuckle
time
curve.
tonight.
McCann
Now
is
he's been down
down.
on strikes.
6
That was some nice
strikeouts
execution on that pitch.
for
Spotted it
Bauer.
nicely down
McCann
around the
took a
bottom
look
of the
back
zone.
again at Freddie
And when you do
Ferguson
that,
there, but
especially with 2 strikes,
just
not
missed.
a lot of guys are going to
Nasty
hurt you.
knuckle
You're gonna get a
curve
lot
by
of ground
Bauer.
balls and swings and misses down there.
And DeGrom is going to bat here. He will step up.
At the plate now,
DeGrom
Jacob DeGrom.
swings,
It's
rips
grounded
one on the
just
first
foul
pitch, but
down
it's
the- He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
DeGrom at the dish. 1 on,
Nothing in
1 out.
count. Here it comes.
At the knees, the
Tough
knuckle
to lay off
curve.
a breaking
Count
ball
even.
that good, but he saw it all the way.
Did a good job there of holding up. It's the same pitch that he got on the strikeout. But DeGrom,
1-1. Lifted down the
DeGrom
line
lifts
and
that
left.
one to left, but
And
foul.
it's a foul ball.
And it's 1-2. Villar waiting on deck.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
DeGrom fouls that
Still
one off
hanging
again.
with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
He's giving it right back to Bauer, especially after
Both teams with just 2
Bauer had
hits
a
apiece
long
thus
at
far.
bat against DeGrom back in the 4th.
Swing and a miss on
DeGrom
the fastball
chases
that
one
time.
high out of the
Number
zone.
2.
And that's down on
back-to-back
strikes.
strikeouts
7
now as
strikeouts
they've
for
been
Bauer.
unable to advance that leadoff
Back to
single
back
into
after giving up the
scoring
leadoff
position.
hit to Davis.
Yeah, clearly no problems.
High
working out of the
fastball to
stretch
Grom.
right now, Matt. He's taking
Very
control of
aggressive
this
at the
inning
plate.
after giving up that hit. Now
Chased
we'll see if
it.
he can finish it
Couldn't
off
make
strong as well.
contact on it. And a big
Back
punch
to the
out for
top of the
Bauer.
order now. And the switch hitter, Jonathan
Jonathan
Villar
Villar is up to bat. 2 strikeouts on the night. One on, 2 out here in the top of the 5th.
Comes
1-0
set. Here's the
Dodgers.
0-0 pitch.
Let's miss that pitch. 1-0. Winner will face the Padres into the series. Loser goes home.
There's a good
Strike
breaking
1
ball
at the
as he
knees,
gets
that
the
knuckle
bottom of the
curve,
zone.
and it's even 1-1.
Can't waste getting the leadoff
Let's
runner
see
on
if
in
strikeout
this
pitch he got.
situation.
McCann.
Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
Right at the knees.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
High
That's
on
taken up and
fastball,
in for
2-1.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
The 2-1 to Villar.
2-2
Pulls
the
out one
count.
foul. Count is even.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Here now the 2-2. High in the air.
Villar pops that one up. Bellinger is there to make the catch. A long run, but he gets there. Inning over. Mets strand 1.
They trail this one
Halfway home in the wild card. 1-0.
Bottom of the inning now.
Here's
And
Mookie
standing
Betts.
in the outfield.
2 walks against DeGrom here tonight. He'll face him for the time. Betts swings on the first pitch, but it's foul.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
The 0-1.
A
Big
swinging
swing and a
strike,
miss
and
and
now
a
it's
slider.
0-2.
0-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
Oh, he's
Strike
really got the strikeout
3.
pitch working now as he notches
Betts
number
is down
9
on
in the
strikes.
ballgame.
9
Really
punch-outs for
good late by on that
DeGrom.
slider right there. The best ones have that
And
late
he's
action
really
that
kept the
just
Mets
starts
in
at
this
the last
game.
minute. They're so tough to get the bat on.
Betts
and
just
when you've got
chases
that
that
good slider
way
going,
too
it's a
early.
great strikeout pitch.
And a 3-pitch punch-out to start the 5th inning for DeGrom. Mr. Turner steps up. He's 0 for
So
2
now
on the
to the
evening with
plate,
2
Justin
strikeouts.
A
Turner
fastball
exercise
here,
a
so take
demon
look at
here,
ball
and the
one,
fastball
1-0.
misses.
He's
1-0.
hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Pitch number 83 coming up for DeGrom. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. Turner
evens
pulls
it
that
up,
one, but it's
1-1.
foul.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a
2-1.
strike.
Turner holds up. Big swing and a miss by Turner. Count is even
You can tell by
2-2.
the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there.
Got
I
him!
expect him to catch something clean.
Turner
He
strikes
struck
out for
him
the
out.
3rd
Third
time
time
tonight.
he's fanned in the
10
game.
That's 10
strikeouts.
strikeouts for him.
For
now, I'll tell you
DeGrom.
about it. He could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Seager.
And oh man, again just gets Turner with the high fastball.
Here's Corey Seager. As he'll watch one.
Seager
miss down
looks
and in
at
for a
strike
ball,
1. It's a
1-0.
slider.
He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going
And
down on
strikeouts for
strikes to
DeGrom,
start
and
the
we're
inning.
still in the 5th inning.
Fouled off.
Fouled away.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
The 1-1.
2-1.
Fastball just misses. The 2-1 to Seager. That is just cracked to center. Nimmo couldn't make the catch and hit his glove. Here's the throw to second, and that is bobbled. And Seager standing up with a double.
Absolute laser that time, screaming off.
That was cracked into center field. And I think because of that, Nimmo couldn't make the play.
As they go by.
And that's an absolute rocket. And then here, the throw misses as well, but that was lasered off of the bat by Seager. Third hit of the night for the Dodgers, and it's a double standing up. Bellinger chases one out of the zone, and it's 0-1.
0 for 2 for him to this point.
0 for 2 for Bellinger. We should note that Jake Arrieta has the most strikeouts ever in a wild card game with 11 against Pittsburgh back in 2015.
Hit on the ground.
As Bellinger fouls that one off to Grom. One strike away from tying that mark.
So he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
The 0-2.
Oh, and he dusted him
Bellinger
off the plate
backs
that
off
time.
the plate.
Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
'94th pitch of the night coming up.
One-run game, the pitch.
Again of getting a back off.
Runs in and nearly gets
Count
him.
even.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he
The
took
2-2.
2 strikes, and now the count is
Bellinger
2-2.
keeps it alive
Did a
again.
good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
You can
Depending
tell they're
on
trying to keep the ball in
if
on this
DeGrom
big
can get
slugger
out
right
of
here.
this could be his last batter in the 5th
Yeah, I think
inning, and then
that's
the Mets will have to
idea,
work
Matt.
to
He
the
might
pen
stay
as that
with
one
if he
misses
starts
full
looking for it
count.
in there.
Full count to Bellinger, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
97th pitch coming for DeGrom. And then the bullpen, most likely for the Mets, will have to get to work to try to keep it a 1-0 game. Got him!
Another strikeout here.
Bellinger down on strikes. DeGrom has now tied the record for the most strikeouts ever in a wild card game. 11 through 5.
After this.
Still 1-0 Dodgers in the NL wild card game. Live on Twitch.
Leading off to the head, the center fielder.
Brandon Nimmo steps up, one of the only 2 Mets to get a base hit off of Bauer here tonight, as he'll lead off the 6th inning. Only extra base hit of the game for the Mets.
And the pitch.
And he do it again.
As he'll go after the
Big
first
swing
pitch
and a
to him,
miss
comes
by
up
Nimmo and
empty
a
at
knuckle
strike
curve.
1.
And it's 0-1. Bauer looks very relaxed up there right now. The 0-1.
Skied in
That one skied to right
Betts has a
field.
read on it.
Betts is there. One away.
That's the first out of the inning.
So a rare Met hit into the outfield, but a fly out to Betts. Now here's the heart of this Met lineup.
One away
Smith,
now for the Mets in the 6th.
Alonso,
And that'll bring up the
Conforto, and
left-handed bat of
Lindor.
Dominic Smith. First delivery to him.
the 0-0. At the knees,
You know, some
and
guys
that's
just
called
don't
a
like pulling the
strike.
trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed.
Smith
maybe pick
took a
up the
good look
break.
and thought
They
that
wanna
was
know
interesting.
Everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
The 0-1.
No swing
Oh,
on the
knuckle curve
even
misses,
at
count
1-1.
even.
Rolled slowly
Ground
down
ball
the
and a
first
slow
baseline.
roller. Tough play.
And the
There's the
pitch tapped him
tag.
out
Smith
along the
couldn't
first
avoid it.
baseline.
And that's 2 away here in the 6th.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and
Great
tag
job
the guy
by
like
Muncy
that.
there to
Hey,
catch
there's a
that slow
lot more that can
roller.
go wrong when you try to
And
throw to
pick
the
it up,
pitcher
make the
or
great
second
tag.
baseman covering.
Alonso steps up.
Here's
0-2.
Pete Alonso.
On the night is Alonso. Top of the
First
6th
offering.
inning. 1-0 Dodgers.
Now,
Alonso
this ball
tattoos
is
that
crushed.
deep to left
Look at
center
it
field.
go.
And that ball is gone.
And gone. And
Pete Pete Alonso in the clutch delivers with 2 outs off of Bauer, and this game is tied
Shot here to
on.
left center field as the Mets have come back to tie things at 1.
First pitch bat, you knew it was coming. You know the power is there with Pete Alonso, and you just cannot miss against this guy. High in the zone, and that's just too easy, and you see Bauer kicking himself. He knows he let that one get away. A big-time bomb by Alonso, and the Mets are right back in this game and tied at 1.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto.
Conforto fouls that one away.
It was a walk in his
And
last
the
trip.
nerves now have returned to many of the faithful here in LA. Bauer was cruising, and then Alonso goes deep to left center, and we're tied at 1. That's called for a
Down
strike,
0-2 to a guy
0-2.
with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Bauer now just trying to get out of this inning, but the game tied. Remember, this is how
Nothing in
the
2 count,
game
and the
163 turned out.
A swing and a ground
That
ball
swung
to
against the
third.
shift. Throw to first. In time,
Muncy
inning
gets
over.
him, and with that, they'll end the inning.
But Pete Alonso delivers in the clutch for the Mets.
Mets do pick up a
The home run
this
to left
solo
center.
shot.
460 into the night.
The 6th, all
Bottom of the
even at
6th
1 apiece.
upcoming. Tied at 1. NL Wild Card continues live on Twitch.
David Peterson enters to do the pitching in the bottom
So
of the 6th.
DeGrom is done. David Peterson will come on for the Mets. So DeGrom's stat line on the night: 5 innings, 3 runs, 1 earned, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts, which ties the record for the most
Now at the
ever
plate is Will
in a
Smith.
wild card
He
game.
was a walk in his last trip.
The catcher.
Smith will be first to face Peterson.
Pitch of the AB now. As he'll take a look at his
That
slider
one
here
missed
that
for
misses
ball,
ball
1-0.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there. 1-0.
DeGrom did everything he could to keep this a
Now here
one-run
it
game. Can the bullpen and the offense wake up?
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider.
And
breaking
deliver.
down and in, unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Count even.
And
That
he
ball
fouls this
fouled
one off.
away. 2-1.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
All misses. 3-1.
That's ball 3. The Dodgers right now would love to start this inning off with a walk anyway to get this leadoff guy on.
Now trying to
3-1
will
pitch.
Smith on. I get
And
it.
that one
That's a
misses, so
walk.
the leadoff
A
man will head down
5-pitch
first on
walk.
Ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the
You do
leadoff
not want
man.
that
Gotta
right off the
focus on
bench, the
getting that
leadoff
ground ball
walk.
now.
Next for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. He went down on strikes
Muncy
last
steps
time
up 1
And
for
you can live with
2.
punching out with the bases empty, but in his last at bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot go down not putting the ball in play. Too much on the
Oh,
line, too
Muncy
many risky
checked the swing, but
opportunities out there to
well
swing and
into the
miss in that
zone.
spot.
The
Put that in
0-1.
the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Comes set with the 0-1.
Muncy looks at strike 2. Crowd
You can
doesn't
see
like
they're
it.
sticking up for
0-2
hitter,
count.
Making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
Hoping to
The
send
0-2.
him packing. Pitch on its
Got
way.
him.
Got
Muncy
him
down
with a
on
good
strikes. A
slider there.
big
Swung
punch
on
out
and
for
missed as he's
Peterson.
down on
And there's
strikes
one
for the
away.
second time tonight.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside
It's
the
a
zone.
big punch
Easier
out by
said than
Peterson
done,
after
but
the
that's way
leadoff
to do it.
walk. And now you get to Pollock in a tie game.
At the plate, A.J. Pollock. As the
Ball
first pitch
one
to
and a
him is
low
taken low and away
curveball.
for ball one. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
A 1-0 to Pollock.
Hard hit ball to
That's through the
second.
gap, a base hit.
Through for a hit.
It's only going to be a single, but now 2 on and 1 out for the Dodgers. Big time hit by A.J. Pollock. Trying to get him with a low slider at the knees, but Pollock does a great job. He reads the pitch perfectly, sees the gap, and knocks it right through. Big time piece of hitting by A.J. Pollock.
Standing in now, Gavin Lux.
Ball one misses by Peterson. Bauer's in the pitcher spot. You've got to expect a pitch hitter here. If you're the Dodgers, do you think about it with how dominant Bauer's been?
And it's
Fouled away, count is even.
The
1-1.
Misses.
This is
ball
at the
two.
knees, ball
He's
two.
got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to
It is
refocus and make some good
absolutely
pitches.
rocking right now here in Chavez Ravine. Any base hit could give the Dodgers right back the lead. Big swing and a miss by Lux. Count even.
Smith on second. Pollock.
This
at
is the
first,
biggest
one
pitch
gone.
that Peterson's had all night. Missed
There's
out
ball
one
three on the
outside,
breaking
full
ball,
count.
misses away.
He scored another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
A full count.
Working for the punch out and the off.
Hey, Lux keeps it alive. Nearly took him off the plate there. But the bat is still alive. Full count. That one is ripped into the gap and down. That'll bring home one, it appears. Maybe it won't. It won't. They're going to hold Smith at third. I thought for sure that was going to bring somebody in, but it does not. It's only a single, and the game stays tied. Yeah, that's because Smith didn't move on the pitch. If he moves on that pitch, the Dodgers are leading this game right now. And here's Bauer. Ball misses 1-0. So Bauer is going to bat. They're not going to go with the pinch hitter. Gotta be careful the risk of a double play to end the inning. Betts is up next if Bauer doesn't get on. 2-0 to Bauer.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against
Again,
the
back to
easy
that
outs,
base
and
hit
this is
by
certainly
Lux.
one of them.
If Smith goes on the crack of the bat, he's scoring and the Dodgers have the lead. But since he didn't, he had to hold up at third.
2-0 count and the pitch.
Strike to Bauer, 2-1. Here's the situation. Lux at first, Pollock on second, Smith at third. 2-1 count, one out, bottom of the sixth. Trevor Bauer at the plate. National League wild card game. Winner goes to San Diego.
Fouled away.
Bauer fouls it away. Any swing into the outfield could give the Dodgers the lead. Mookie Betts is on deck. If the inning doesn't end here,
The 2-2.
Bauer pops that up. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be short, and Conforto's got it. It's a short fly ball.
Runner from tagging.
And now the bases are loaded. 2 out, bottom of the sixth, and in steps Mookie Betts.
Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And up next, one of the terrific talents in the game, Mookie Betts. Now the first pitch.
Betts takes the first pitch, fastball.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
Betts swings, deep fly ball to left, but it's foul.
This is being a foul foul
He
ball.
just missed
You can
it.
tell he wants that pitch back. That was a changeup right there that he handled nicely. Just got a hair early on and hooked it foul.
The set and the 1-1.
Betts misses that one. Count 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Fresh Betts.
2-1.
Big swing and a miss.
Stretching
Count
to
is
get out
even.
there, and it's 2-2 now.
A big
This is a
moment
huge
here
pitch
for
right
David
here. It would
Peterson.
be demoralizing to watch this away.
In a tie game, bottom of the 6th.
2-2. Here it is.
Betts falls to a knee, but just keeps it alive. Count even. Oh, man, you can feel the pressure of this moment right here and now. 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Flip to second. In time, inning over.
They get the force at
And
second base.
David Peterson gets out of the jam.
Runs here.
Dodgers leave him loaded.
Errors and 3 men left on base.
We go to the 7th inning. Wild card game tied at 1. Here in LA.
7th inning ready to roll, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor steps up. Bauer stays in
Wheels
here in
and
the
deals
7th
here at
inning.
the first pitch. They set
Lindor
the target
takes
in,
strike
and this
1.
finds the inside corner for strike 1.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Lifted the other way
Lindor
out to
lifts
left
that one to
center. The
left.
move is Pollock.
And it's caught
And he
by
tracks it
Pollock.
down. Nice play for the first out.
So 1 away here in the 7th. That's a big out for Trevor Bauer to get this inning started.
Into the box, J.D. Davis. He's 1 for 2 in this
J.D.
one.
Davis steps up. He had a single back in the 5th.
Ready with the
What a
first pitch.
game
Here
this
it
has
comes.
been. Still more to
This guy's
come.
been throwing a gem so far.
Alexander
We're
and
moving on later in this
Trinian
game, and he's
warming
right
up in the
league
pen.
average for first pitch strikes.
The windup and the 0-1.
The 0-1. Big swing and a miss by Davis.
0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really
Quickly
kept these hitters
0-2.
off balance.
1 run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far.
The 0-2.
Fouled off.
Fouled away. Davis keeps the up out alive.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
That one
Low as he's
just
able to
missed.
lay off the
Davis.
slider.
Good plate discipline.
And a cut fastball as this
Ooh.
bounces near the plate for a ball.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Here now the 2-2. Weak grounder
Ground
back to the
ball.
mound.
Back. 2 out.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Number 33, James McCann.
And
Next
here's
for the
James.
Mets. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First offering.
First
here's
offering.
a shot
That is
to right
ripped.
center.
Deep to right center. And down for a base hit.
Around
All the way to the
first, he's
wall.
digging for second.
Betts is there.
And your go-ahead run is
And a
in there
double
at second base as he's got
for
himself a
James
2-out
McCann.
double.
I'll tell
Gotta
you,
be a
that's one of
pinch
the
hitter
first good
situation
swings
now, but
we've
take a look
seen
at this.
anybody pull
Just
on this
left
guy
it in
so
the
far.
zone to
He's been
Bauer,
throwing the
and
ball
McCann
really
knew
well,
what to
but that
do.
was one of the few
Put it
mistakes
right into the
we've seen him
gap.
make.
A clutch base hit by James McCann.
Luis Guillorme.
And
He's hitting in a
Guillorme
big spot.
is going to step up to face Bauer. Top of the 7th. Runner on second. 2 out.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes.
It's
As the first
misses
pitch to him is
1-0.
off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Bauer takes a look over to third. The 1-0. Guillorme fouls that one away. And now you're in a spot again where any hit here into the outfield could give the card game. Fouled off again. 1-2 to Guillorme. This is definitely going to be the last batter no matter what here. I think Bauer faces. Guillorme keeps it alive again and fouls it away. 96 pitches on the night for Bauer.
Runs in scoring position here with 2 down.
Guillorme lines out to first. And jam. Our game. 1-1. Bottom 7. High drama in LA.
Trevor May gets the call from the pen.
The Mets go back to the pen. Trevor May. 5-2, 9 holds, 106 innings, 2.87 ERA, and 56 appearances. But now here he is in a big moment against Justin Turner with 3 strikeouts tonight. Leads off the 7th inning in a tie game.
First offering on its way. And he lays off there.
1-0.
Pitch on the way.
The 1-0. Turner looks at it. Count is even.
The bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The
1-1.
is swung on.
Thought about it, but they say Turner went, and it's 1-2.
Is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
Crowd on their feet. The 1-2 to Turner.
And he'll try to get
low ball.
there, but he won't offer in the
count
dirt.
even.
Back to even at 2-2.
That one just missed.
Now. Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be
Seager
giving
up
up
next.
free passes this late.
Full count. Got him! Sombrero for Turner in the wild card game, his 4th strikeout of the night.
We've seen some really good pitching from these guys.
And his struggles at the plate continue. That's 4 strikeouts. That's 7 in the last 2 games.
A full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these
And
guys
eventually,
have done
you
so far.
know Justin Turner's going to break out, but just a rough night for him at the plate.
Now, Corey Seager. As he
Seager takes a look at strike 1.
1 for in the ball thus far.
Ooh, high and miss, count even.
And it looks like Sanders begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen.
Count even. 1-1. Missed again. 2-1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Seager cracks that one deep to right field, and that ball is gone!
Fans have heard for years, she is
Corey Seager home run to deep right field, and the Dodgers claim the lead.
Corey Seager, and the Dodgers move out in front. It's 2-1.
This is the guy you want. He did his last seeing it again. May missed his spot. Seager drivers in a giant spot. And the Dodgers back in front in this wild card game. A monster home run by Seager to give him the lead. Bellinger takes strike 1. It is rocking here at Dodger Stadium. This is an incredible scene right now. Here in LA, it is alive and well. Bellinger off the plate.
Keeping him honest.
Count even. The 1-1.
Lays off
That
the
one
slider
takes him
that
off the
time.
plate.
2-1.
He's just gotta
One out,
relax here.
nobody
He
on.
has to stay calm. He knows he gave up the home run, but just gotta stay calm and try to
And
get
it's
out of this
fouled away.
inning with only this one run. Corey Seager delivers in another big postseason spot. He's given the Dodgers the lead in this wild card
Well
game
outside with
at
the
2-1.
curveball for a ball.
Full count now to
Will
Bellinger.
Smith will be next. He's set. Here's the 3-2.
And a walk
And lost him here on
to
3-2
Bellinger.
as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so